Who was in Paris? Who? If your answer is anything but the Rugrats, shame on you. You know that? Shame on you. We are here. It is me, Mr. EMP Friday Plays TV, EMP FGC, and we are going to be giving our first impressions of Nick All Stars. But we got a game today where you can beat people's ass as Reptar, Powdered Toast Man, or Korra, right? I don't know why you would pick Korra. She is the inferior avatar, but she is there. She's available, and so are a bunch of other Nick characters from all sorts of eras. We got 80s, 90s, 2000s. I think there's some new cartoons in there. There's a couple people I don't recognize and everything like that. So what we're gonna do today, go in, talk about the roster, and actually talk about who we would want to see on the roster here in the future. So let's get right into it. All right, here we are with the Nick All Stars Brawl roster, right? As you can see, there are quite a few representatives, but not enough representatives to cover the entire pantheon of gods, right? I don't see Timmy Turner, I don't see Jimmy Neutron, no Cosmo, no Wanda, no Ultra Lord, right? No Crimson Chin. We don't have these characters just yet, and these are some of the most popular properties that were ever on Nickelodeon, right? And I don't quite understand why they're not there. They would seem like natural picks, especially if you're gonna have something like Powdered Toast Man. I would think that you would have Ultra Lord or Crimson Chin. There's so many options. I mean, we have Avatar characters, but we don't have Zuko. There's so much that's not here. And we'll be talking about that particular thing in a second. Right, but you know, who's not suffering? SpongeBob. He has quite the presence in this game. SpongeBob does. I mean, look at this. 3 representatives from SpongeBob, and if you're thinking of Smash Brothers, right, in the sense that Mario is Mr. Nintendo, SpongeBob is obviously Mr. Nickelodeon. And so he's here. I'm not saying that he's going to play anything like Mario. I'm not exactly sure how he plays as of right now, but you'd be remiss if you had a Nickelodeon game and you did not have SpongeBob. SpongeBob is everywhere. Everything that happens in life ever, there is a SpongeBob meme that is applicable, right? So with that being said, you gotta have him. He has to be there. And I'd imagine he's probably around one of the easiest to play, right? If I'm gonna design the game, I'm gonna make sure that he is an inviting character to play. Very, very simple, and just makes you want to get into the game, right? So great representative there. Couldn't be happier with SpongeBob being here. Of course, we got Patrick, right? If SpongeBob is Nickelodeon's Mario, then Patrick has to be his Luigi, right? If you see SpongeBob, you see Patrick. And so that makes him an obvious choice for this game. From here, you can't quite tell it, right? Because it doesn't say anything about their moves. But Patrick has command grabs, from what I understand, right? Patrick is slow, but lots of power. This game is very, very fast. I'm sure if somebody is able to use all of the movement options that are there, they may be able to make them work. But as it stands, he's a slow grappler type character, from what I understand, which is crazy to me, right? But that's Mario and Luigi here. Now, I would call Sandy Princess Peach, right? But I don't think Princess Peach has ever been capable of defending herself the way that Sandy Cheeks can. Sandy's a problem. Sandy's a problem. I've been playing this game and she's drop kicked the shit out of me multiple times. And she is here, right? Naturally, just as SpongeBob and Patrick would be here, Sandy has to be here. These are the only characters from SpongeBob, but I think these are the only characters you need. Aang or Ang, I don't know, depending on how you choose to say it, right? But he is the avatar, the better avatar. I will not debate this. Korra is not hot garbage, right? Not hot garbage, but it is sort of garbage. Regardless though, lots of wispy movements from Aang, right? Very, very fast. You're able to use his air scooter, which is fucking amazing in this game. I just had a lot of fun playing around with him in I had a lot of fun playing this character. We have Toph Beifong. Toph Beifong, last character added into this game, the last character that was announced, but is a very, very interesting and fun character to play with. Lots of big hitboxes, maybe some slow movement, but lots of options with the earth bending. Just super fun to play with. Toph is here, and she has her championship title. That's the best part. She has her championship title. As a huge wrestling fan, that means a lot to me. So, Avatar Korra, not complete, like I said, not hot garbage, but like still kind of trash. I'm talking show, not in game. In game, I actually do like Korra's options. In game, Korra has a lot of moves that cover a lot of distance, but are very, very risky to just throw out there. I think that people are gonna have a lot of fun playing her. Who is this name? The Loud House? Okay. See, the Loud House sound like I could go up the street. Never mind. This is a Nickelodeon video. We got the Ninja Turtles. We got the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo here, the leader of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a great representative. Very, very fast attacks. Very fast. I mean, he's a ninja, so that's really cool. I think that it's apropos, or whatever they say, right? But at the same time, we got the weird 80s versions of the Ninja Turtle reps, right? Like, that's a little weird, right? Like, okay. Michelangelo, the most popular Ninja Turtle, the best Ninja Turtle, right? If we're gonna have a video game, you gotta have Mr. Video Games as far as the Ninja Turtles goes. I love Michelangelo. I really do. April O'Neil. April O'Neil is interesting in this game. She fights with some turrets type things, like her camera. She has very, very good, just normal attacks. I think that she's gonna be very popular among the fan base, though being that it's like the 80s version, I'm wondering how many of the fan base are gonna know exactly who she is. I know that this game is likely gonna have a certain audience, right? There are so many 90s and 2000s representatives that you kind of know who they're going for, but I'm wondering if they're gonna be old enough to go way back with this April O'Neil design. Ren and Stimpy. The Ren and Stimpy show was out of pocket. That's really all I got for you. Ren and Stimpy was out of pocket, especially after they came back. If you haven't watched the reboot, please don't seek it out. It is something, wow, that was ridiculous. Out of pocket. Not sure how they play in this game, right? But they are here. I'm happy that they're here. Powdered Toast Man, happy that he's here as well too. Not exactly sure how he plays, but I don't understand why him over some other people that we'll talk about in a bit, that we mentioned earlier, right? But we'll talk about a little more in depth in a bit. Zim! Zim is the character that I want to play with. Zim is the character that made me want to play this game. Zim is my favorite Nickelodeon character. And I'm just super psyched that he's here and represented. He's more of a trap set play type of character, which is interesting to me. And a little rough for me because I am not a platform fighter. But I think that if I can make Zim work, I can start to get fundamentals and make anybody work playing the mind games. And we'll see my development with Zim over the next few videos, see how that goes. Oblina from Ah Real Monsters. This is a shitty pick. I don't see why she's here. I don't get her. I don't like her design. Her show was mid. We're gonna move on from Oblina. Danny Phantom. This makes all the sense in the world, though the fact that Danny Phantom is here and other characters are not. Danny here makes all the sense in the world for a Nickelodeon fighting game. I would have it no other way if the resident superhero wasn't here. Move on to Helga Pataki. This is a weird choice. I don't hate it, but it's definitely weird. We got Helga, but no Arnold? What's going on? That's kind of strange. We got Nigel Thornberry. Nigel Thornberry. I think he's here purely for the memes, smashing and all of that. You know how that goes. It got big on the internet again, so they're like, throw Nigel in there. That'll be a nice meme pick. The internet culture would be happy to see him, and they were very, very happy to see him. There are some people that are running around online right now smashing people. So not my cup of tea. Not the what is this show? Wild Thornberries. It was kind of mid. Real monsters type mid. So that's just me. We got Reptar though. Goddamn Reptar. That's right, motherfucking Reptar. I'm so happy, man. I love Reptar. Oh man, I love Rugrats. That was like my jam when I was younger. That was like my main shit. They got into some adventures, and I'm just happy he's here. He breathes fire, and like, oh man, he's great. He hits people with his tail. All the Reptar shit. You think Reptar would do it? Yeah, he's doing that shit. Yeah, all that shit, he's doing it. And then of course, Cat Dog. One fine day with a woofer and a purr, her baby was born and it caused a little stir. And this shit would cause a stir. This is a freaking nature. This is an abomination. But this is an S tier character in Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl. Cat Dog is a menace. Cat Dog is a problem. Cat Dog needs to be put down, and I'm not gonna be the one to do it, because anybody playing Cat Dog in this game knows what the hell they're doing. They are tier whoring. They are using the abilities optimally, to say the least, and they be in my ass. Cat Dog is fucking amazing though. I'm so glad that he's here. Such an out there show. And like I said, you can tell from the representatives that are here who exactly they're catering to. There's not many of the new generation, a lot of 90s kids properties that we would recognize. They want us to play this game and try this game. And that's interesting to me, being that it's a Nickelodeon game. Nickelodeon usually is going for that younger audience, that younger demographic that would get their parents to spend money, not necessarily the demographic that would be able to, in this day and age, spend money themselves. But here we are, and I'm happy that we're here. And I'm glad that the development team and Nickelodeon was smart enough to know that if you're going for that audience of 90s kids, you need to make something of substance. And I think that this game is definitely something of substance. The devs have actually, you can tell, paid attention to the platform fighter communities, particularly Smash and its heritage, and they've brought some things back to the way they used to be when they were more competitive. And that's to pull in that crowd who are all about boxing, all about throwing hands. And I think that it is very, very important to see a company like Nickelodeon realize that there is a player base who wants to see that. And unfortunately, they haven't given it the biggest budget. There are things that are missing, voice acting, other things that you would think are very, very important for the game. But it still does have a lot of heart, a lot of soul, and a lot of interesting mechanics that are very, very deep, deceptively deep, right? As far as the roster goes here, I think that it's a really good roster. I think that there are some missed opportunities though, right? We talked about Squidward not being there. That would be a good opportunity there. They could most definitely add Squidward very easily. They should add Squidward. But there are a bunch of characters that they should add, and I'd probably take them before Squidward, right? There are no Jimmy Neutron or Fairly Odd Parents representatives here. We need Jimmy and Timmy, right? I need to have a Jimmy Timmy Power Hour on Nick All Stars Brawl. This game without them should not exist in my mind. I'm not sure what's going on there, but hey, it is what it is. I think that as far as Avatar goes, you need Zuko, and I think that Zuko is coming. If you look at the Avatar representatives, we have an Airbender, an Earthbender, and a Waterbender. So I'm thinking that it's just natural that we're getting a Firebender. But you know what? If you're gonna give me a Firebender, Give me Uncle Iroh. And I'm not talking like normal Uncle Iroh. I'm talking buff Iroh. I'm talking fresh out of prison Iroh. I'm talking they don't let the GDs in the door Iroh. That's the Iroh that I need. Like, give me that. That's what I need. That's who I want to see. I'm glad that they are catering to the new generation with these characters. I don't know who the hell they are or anything, but I'm glad that they're there. If it sells a few more games to a bit of the younger crowd to get them involved, maybe have this be their first platform fighter, maybe have this be their first competitive fighter, then I'm all for it. But like I said, I have no idea who they are, and yeah, I'd rather have other characters, right? Instead of Loud House characters, give me Rudy or Snap from Shock Zone. I'd love Rudy or Snap. Rudy was a god in his world, an absolute god in his world. Give me that. Give me them. Give me El Tigre. You know, a little lesser known pick, but El Tigre was a Mexican superhero. Absolutely great character. A lot of good representation, surprisingly, in an era where there was not much of it. So yeah, give me some El Tigre. I want to see that. I put him in the game. Jenny, from My Life as a Teenage Robot. Why is she not in the game? What's going on with that? She's a giant, well, not giant, but she's a robot. She's a fucking robot. What's going on? Like, I think that she should definitely be in. If you're gonna have Zim, have Dib. Why is there no Dib? If there's Zim, there needs to be his arch nemesis, Dib. It just makes sense, right? And speaking of arch nemesis, if you're gonna have Danny Phantom, you should obviously have Vlad Plasmius. Obviously. Like, what's going, like, there's certain picks that are just like not here. Helga Pataki, no Arnold. Helga Pataki, no Arnold. What's up with that? What's up with that? I could give a fuck less if Nigel Thornberry was here. I'm gonna be honest. I do not care about Nigel Thornberry. Reptar though, shit like Reptar is fucking dope. I guess you couldn't necessarily put the Rugrats in there because, you know, babies can't be beating up on babies, but you be beating up on kids, right? Like the Loud House kids is here, so like, what's the age limit? Like, why can I not beat up on toddlers? Is that where you draw the line, Nickelodeon? Probably a good place to draw the line. I think that the roster is pretty good. I think that there are a lot of missed opportunities, and from what I understand, there will be DLC, so hopefully they will capitalize on these missed opportunities. This is just like Smash in the sense that they have a lot of characters that they can go ahead and pick from and put into the game, and every time they announce a character, there will be hype amongst the community because the game seems to be well made as far as mechanics go, as far as everybody's moves go, as far as everybody feeling unique. And so there will be hype among the people who are fans of the mechanics, but also among people who are fans of the characters. So I think that they have a lot of potential with this game into the future. I think that the roster can only go up from here. There are people that I am not the personal biggest fan of, but I'm sure that there's somebody out there that loved the Wild Thornberries. I'm sure there's somebody out there that loved Ren and Stimpy, or Real Monsters. I forgot the name of the show. That shit is so incredibly mid. But it's just, you know, I'm not a fan of them. But I'm glad they're there. I'm glad that they're represented. And this should be a very, very fun game. So guys, hit that like, subscribe button, comment if you want to see more Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl on the channel. EMP is out.